Hello. Today is Saturday, August 8th, 2026. Here is your daily signal. Kicking off with geopolitics, oil prices have retreated for a third straight day amid signs of progress toward a Hormuz Accord, according to Bloomberg. The Strait of Hormuz remains one of the world's most strategic maritime choke points, with over 20% of global oil trade passing through annually. Historically, disputes and tensions among Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United States have rocked oil transit and driven up price volatility, particularly for key benchmarks like Brent and WTI. This week, Reuters reported that talks on the accord helped stabilize Brent crude at $84.75 per barrel, with OPEC and the International Energy Agency issuing supportive statements as trading volumes jumped 2.3% overnight. Both ExxonMobil and BP subsequently forecast improved supply chain security for the remainder of the year, tying these expectations directly to the ongoing negotiations. In the near term, a successful Hormuz Accord could cool the risk premium in oil prices and dampen speculative activity. Looking ahead, the potential for increased investment in Persian Gulf energy infrastructure is on the table, which might prompt OPEC members to expand production quotas and encourage energy companies to renew regional operations. However, if the talks falter, renewed tensions could trigger sudden oil price spikes and a scramble for diplomatic solutions. Turning now to global fast food, the Associated Press reports that McDonald's saw a 5% jump in system-wide sales in the past quarter, driven largely by gains from loyalty program users. Loyalty programs, such as My McDonald's Rewards, have become a cornerstone for fast food giants looking to incentivize repeat purchases and ward off intense competition. McDonald's digital sales had already seen a 5% lift last year thanks to the success of these initiatives. The company recently expanded its loyalty program to Brazil, targeting higher local repeat visits, while CEO Chris Kempczynski announced a 7% revenue boost in the second quarter directly linked to digital loyalty platforms. Other key players in this trend include Burger King and Wendy's, both closely tracking the competitive landscape and data-driven customer trends. In the short term, McDonald's expects increased app engagement and more in-store traffic fueled by expanded digital rewards. Over the medium term, the company anticipates higher global revenues and further market share gains relative to rivals. But the collection of customer data for these programs has raised privacy questions and grown the likelihood of closer regulatory scrutiny. If these digital successes continue, expect McDonald's to broaden personalized offers across even more markets worldwide. Now onto technology and leadership. TechCrunch highlights how Elon Musk's characteristic directness played out on SpaceX's first earnings call, with Musk repeatedly raising the stakes on projections made by his executive team. SpaceX, under Musk's leadership since 2002, has set the pace in commercial spaceflight, from the Falcon Heavy launch in 2018 to today's Starship advancements, with corporate communications frequently shaped by Musk's unfiltered remarks on social media. Key stakeholders in these developments include President Gwynne Shotwell, investors like Fidelity and Baillie Gifford, as well as partners in NASA and the U.S. Department of Defense. On August 8, Musk's public statement regarding Starship's next launch triggered a spike in SpaceX investor chatter, followed the same day by company clarifications around crew safety and a recalibration of investor expectations after Musk hinted at a new private fundraising round. In the near term, such bold public statements can lead to rapid swings in investor confidence and influence not only SpaceX's funding prospects but also how the company manages its communications with regulators. Longer term, the added media scrutiny could affect SpaceX's reputation, its relationships with key partners like NASA, and prompt further demand for transparency and risk management in future projects. Now, onto the markets. International markets saw modest gains, with Germany's EWG up 1.15% and France's EWQ climbing 0.63%. While Japan's EWJ stood out, rising 1.84% on the day. Notably, Taiwan's EWT edged up 1.09% despite a slight monthly decline, and Hong Kong's EWH jumped 0.98%. Commodities were mostly higher as gold surged 2.26% and silver rallied 2.95%, with platinum up 1.15% and uranium URA soaring 3.96%. U.S. oil, represented by USO, slipped 0.75% over the session. Among key U.S. favorites, Microsoft MSFT was nearly flat but marked a strong 30% gain over the past month, while Nvidia NVDA rose 2.27%. Adobe bet advanced over 1.9%, whereas AMD saw a 1.2% daily pullback. Oracle added 2.47% to lead large tech gainers, with Amazon gaining 0.82%. In sectors, the S&P 500 gained 0.61% and the semiconductor index stocks climbed 2.02%, while financials dipped slightly by 0.36%. On the gainer side, YJ soared 123%, and JIN Medical Zgil was up 120%, while losers included Para, down 84% today. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.